Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of this season of Chopped. I'm your host, Timothy Katalik, and today I'm joined by our judges, Mr. Johnson, Mr. Thomas. All right, and now our competing teams are, for the first team, Keaton, Mason, Cade, and Austin. For our second team, Zach, Rylan, and Izai. And for our third team, Santi, Adrian, Drake, and Gavin. This is the entree round. You'll have 30 minutes to prepare an entree, featuring 4 mystery ingredients. Go to your stations. Let's begin. Your time starts now. Our mystery ingredients are chicken breasts, tarragon, cucuzza, and fingerling potatoes.
Sounds good.
All right, judges. Based off of what you know about these ingredients, what do you expect that these competitors will make?
You know, I think you could go kind of safe. You could maybe grill the chicken.
Yeah.
Some sautéed potatoes. Really not sure what they're going to do with the cucuzza.
Do they even know how to spell cucuzza?
I don't know that they do. I'd be quite interested to see what we get on that vegetable.
I'm thinking it's going to be some type of grilled chicken with a sauce that's over the chicken with potatoes on the side.
Like a tarragon sauce?
Yes, there's going to be some type of sauce over the chicken.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Looking forward to it.
I could be wrong.
I'd like to see a little, maybe a breakfast scramble with some chicken and some eggs. And can they use other ingredients too?
Yeah, they can use other ingredients. Those are just the ones we have.
Nice.
So,
Beautiful.
Mrs. Larrick, you're going with time of day.
Like a hash.
You're going
Yeah.
with time of day.
Yeah.
So since we're looking at 9 a.m., you're
Yep.
hoping it's breakfast.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Feels appropriate.
I have no clue where to go. I'm not a very good cook.
Me neither. That's why I come to these.
It'll be good.
All right.
Oh, I think that's the cucuzza right there. The green squash thingy. See it?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe pickle that. Some vinegar.
30 minutes.
Oh, just some vinegar and
They're like real
sugar?
thinly sliced and
That would be good.
Pickle it almost.
Just like a little garnish on
a
top.
little
almost.
relish.
$5 to the first student who can spell cucuzza.
I just got some very pertinent information.
Oh.
Cucuzza is an Italian squash. It tastes
Oh.
like zucchini.
Italian squash. Okay.
I've had
Interesting.
zucchini bread before. I don't think that is very
That is the best way to eat zucchini, in my opinion, with lots of sugar and carb form. Yep, that is the best way.
Well, it's a little, maybe a little change from zucchini. Because,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I've noticed lately that when you order Chinese food and get Chinese food, the zucchini, there's tons of zucchini.
It's fresh right now.
All Chinese
In
food.
season.
So rather than zucchini, we're going a little change.
All right, guys. Based off of what we got here, what do we think we're gonna make?
We're gonna wing it like last time. We're just gonna do it, and we're gonna have a final product by the end, and it's gonna be a winning product. So we're just gonna wing it. That's our plan. That's our motive.
That's the only way to do it. Have you ever heard of cucuzza?
Nah, but I'm a cook it better than anybody ever has. So don't worry.
All right. I like the confidence.
Farm de la Vasa.
All right, guys. What do we think we're gonna be making here?
Honestly, right now we're just thinking about slow roasting the chicken, and after that we'll try and figure out what we're gonna do. It's secret for right now. But yeah.
Have you ever heard of tarragon?
No, I have not.
Slow roast going on over here. Good
On
idea.
30 minutes. Slow roast 30 minutes.
I will admit, it's just something about me that I love. Not that I can't start with a grilled chicken breast, but I love diced chicken.
Yeah, same. And it stays flavored.
Diced chicken. I really like that, so I'm interested in diced chicken.
We got people deboning over here.
All right, guys. What do we think we're gonna be making here?
So I think we're gonna kind of roast the potatoes. We're gonna boil them first so that they're not really hard and chewy or whatever. and then we're gonna roast them in the oven until they're ready to go. And then I think what we're gonna do with the chicken, I think we're just gonna make like just a chicken breast, and we'll garnish it with some of the whatever the leaves are. I couldn't remember what they were, but that's what we'll do.
It seems like the general consensus is wing it with the cucuzza and tarragon.
Pan-fried chicken and some veggies on the side. Maybe that would not be the most creative option.
Based off of the general conversation I've heard around the kitchen, there's a lot of people winging it, so to speak. Have you guys ever had to wing anything?
Every meal I make. Every meal I make, don't come to my house.
I was gonna say, it depends, like winging, for me, I might be winging everything like toast and wing some cereal.
I love doing it with stews, leftovers. You just kind of see what you can come up with, throw it in the crock pot, and see how good you can make it taste. So,
Mr. Johnson is very good with a smoker and cooking. So
Yes.
if we're eating at his house.
Yeah, he's the cooker of us three,
Yeah.
I would say. Yeah.
We're quality control.
Quality
We're good
control.
at that. Quality control.
they are very judgy all the time. They are well prepared for this role today.
My wife would not call me a cook. I don't think she'd call me a cook. I can cook things, follow a recipe, but she wouldn't call me a cook. I let her do the cooking.
Both my parents are pretty good cooks, and they pass it down to my little guy, but I
That's good.
I can't do it.
Skipped you.
So I guess I wing everything, I suppose.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like the different colored potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Could play into that creativity element.
That would definitely play into the
Plating,
creativity.
or what they're gonna.
How they cook them, right? Might be a deciding factor. Drake, what kind of seasoning are you using over there? Spicy, the good kind.
Tony Cashrees
nice.
right there. Yeah, Tony Cashrees. That's a staple.
What is it?
Tony Cashrees, Creole seasoning.
Creole seasoning.
Oh, I see.
I put that on everything. It's really good.
Is it me or is that a lot of tarragon?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought that was just a weed they pulled out of the parking lot.
By the time they chop it up, it might not be as much. Maybe it does look like a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, by the time I guess you like debone it from the stem. Over here, I can't quite see how they've cut it. Wondering if they're changing the shapes.
It looks like a pretty hearty vegetable. I wonder if you could almost, saute it and fry it up as well, almost like a fried green tomato.
Yeah, ooh.
Maybe like a little BLT kind of a thing.
This is the first extra ingredient I'm noticing, and it's a green pepper.
Bell pepper. I don't really know what they're doing with their.
I am noticing that there's a sticker still on the green pepper.
Yeah, well.
Might be some extra flavor.
I can tell though that they've practiced. They've practiced slicing and dicing and doing some of this stuff before. Some of these.
Yeah, look at Adrian's technique over here.
They are pretty good. Yeah, pretty good.
Oh, he's even de-seeding it as he goes. Look at him.
Oh, that chicken over there with the seasoning on it looks pretty good.
Ooh, we're frying over here. You hear that hot oil?
I hear that hot.
We're frying some chicken over here.
The quickest way to my heart is through fried chicken.
Missing.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
So it looks like one
Yeah, that's
group's cooking their chicken fried and one group's cooking their chicken seared. Which one do you prefer? And really, what's your favorite chicken dish in general?
Favorite chicken dish
good
in
question.
general.
I just like diced chicken breast or thicker meat chicken. I like that diced on a lot of things, whether it's salad or just in a dish with some vegetables.
Oh, I like it with rice, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Rice
Yeah.
is good. Yeah,
Yeah.
diced chicken with rice. That's just my preference.
Yeah, I'm a sesame chicken cat, like
Yeah.
Asian inspired. Or if you load it up with bacon and ranch, it's hard to complain about a chicken bacon ranch. Anything. Sandwich, stew, soup, all of it. Really good.
All right, guys, can I get a moment? Awesome. So, chicken back up. What do we got going on?
Right now we're kind of thinking of just grilling the chicken and then making some mashed potatoes and using the, what was it?
Is that the zucchini like stuff?
Yeah.
The koska?
And some whipping cream to make kind of a sweeter sauce to go with the potatoes and the chicken.
We got less than 15 minutes left. I know that we were the secret team last time, but if you would be willing, could we get like a hint as to what we're doing, or?
We're just kind of roasted. That's kind of our main plan right now. And then after that, that's a secret. Just a little more. That's
All right, spilling the beans.
I'm liking the smells of the aromas of the food.
There's
Smell
a lot of
pretty
them.
good around here.
It's a lot of smells.
Looks like we got some mashed potatoes coming with the Cusco.
Ooh.
So,
Never thought, you know what? Never even
That's
thought
very
about that.
good.
Never crossed my
That's
mind. Mashed
a
potatoes.
very bold choice to do in only that short amount of time.
It's true. I do love a good mashed
See if they
potato.
can pull that
it
off.
looks like it's gonna be a little sweet, right? And
Well,
cream.
they do have microwaves.
Ooh. So it'll be nice and rich.
I like it. That should be really good.
Did you hear me? They do have microwaves. There are microwaves here. So, you know, we're getting a bite and there's 3 minutes left. I can just throw it in there.
What's your most used kitchen appliance?
Oh, the microwave.
Mine's the air fryer for sure.
Microwave.
I air fry everything.
So,
Cast iron skillet.
Oh,
my family does use the air fryer a lot
all the time.
because they have one. And I just asked my wife last night or the night before, I just asked her how to use the thing.
You didn't know how to use it?
No,
DT,
Never
you're
used it.
living in the Stone Age.
never used it. So she showed me how to use the air fryer.
That's so 2012 of you.
Yeah, you know, it was pretty easy. You press a couple buttons.
Yeah, it's pretty easy, isn't it? And you can go from frozen to
They
not.
said it like takes, especially like leftover food,
Yeah.
it'll make it crispy. And,
Game changer.
yeah.
Game changer, leftover pizza. Put it in the air fryer.
Agreed.
Yep.
All right.
Agreed.
Stay over.
Or anything breaded like wings.
Yeah.
You gotta reheat wings or something like that.
Air fryer.
If it get crisp.
All right, guys, could I get an update on what we're doing here?
Debone, no skin, and then we're zesting lemon, and then the potatoes and the whatever else that is supposed to go here. We're working on cooking that up.
What's your go-to, Mr. Johnson, when you're cooking your meal?
Any meal?
Any meal. What's your favorite meal you make?
Something to whip up quick though.
Probably I make a Mexican pork stew called pozole. It's
Oh.
really, really good.
So you're bringing it
Got,
next week? Sounds
I
great.
I
Love
usually make it
pozole.
when it starts to cool down. First
Okay.
cold
Guess what
fall
it's gonna
day or
do?
winter,
Okay,
so we'll make
I'll
pozole.
give you December. So we'll expect some in December.
Absolutely.
It is going to be
Red-
72 degrees
fresh
tomorrow.
chili, pork, hominy,
Yep.
onions, green chilies.
So what's the
fresh
temperature you gotta
tortillas.
get to until you make it?
All right,
I
chefs,
usually like
10 minutes
Gotta
left.
get some leaves falling off the trees. It's gotta be
50, 60?
maybe first frost.
Okay.
First frost pozole.
All right. We're gonna remember that.
We will remember that.
It's gonna be frosting out. So
I'll bring it. We'll make sure it's really good. It's super easy.
I bring a loaf of bread and toast some bread and make sandwiches.
I can bring bowls.
There you go.
That's probably all you want me to
You
bring.
bring the shredded cheese and the
Oh, I
tortillas.
can homemade sourdough. I can make some sourdough bread. That'd be good.
Hey, I came up here yesterday or the day before and they were making bread up here.
Yeah.
And they were making sourdough up
Yep.
here too.
It's a minute. It takes a while.
So I love homemade bread. So what are we down to? We're down like 10 minutes?
About 8.5, yep.
Oh, there's the timer right there. I didn't know that. 8.5 minutes. Okay. Pressure's, I bet when they get down about that 2 or 3 minute time, pressure's on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stuff's gonna start flying
Start
around.
getting nervous.
Have you guys ever been a chopped judge before?
No,
I have
this,
not.
This is my first time.
I did it last year and it was great. They did steak and I think it was steak, potatoes, and green beans when I did the episode.
Oh, that reminds me of my rural roots right
I
there.
know, I said,
Steak,
that's-
potatoes and green beans.
Welcome to the Midwest 101.
Yes, that's Nebraska. Maybe that'll be eventually a retirement thing for me is get into cooking.
Yeah.
Have some time on my hands, get into some cooking, follow recipes.
Judges are, and of you guys sweating, it's getting pretty hot in here.
It's, I'm
It
just
is.
sweating for the teams. Yeah, it looks like some of them are getting close to actually maybe being able to plate shortly. Some of them are pretty furiously scrambling around with the last minute preparation.
Riley, does that thermometer say 165? Good call. Good call.
Yeah, this is going to be kind of a second dish for us this morning because Mrs. Larrick was kind enough to bring us some scones this morning.
We did get some savory scones from
Savory
Coffee House
scones
29.
this morning.
Why did we get those again, Mrs. Lark?
Because Mr. Johnson sucks at fantasy football.
Oh, okay.
That's why we got it.
But yeah, you're the one that had to bring them? Okay.
Because his humility is very low.
See, I didn't know the story on that.
Hashtag
I just knew
winning.
there were scones this morning. I didn't know why.
Tag winning.
I just like to remind everybody I'm still
5
in first
minutes
place.
left.
And shout out to Mr. Allen and his Owen goose egg record.
Hasn't been
Championship belt.
But at least I won it once.
Hey guys, with our final few minutes here, what's it looking like?
You know what I mean? I don't know how this is gonna go, man. I had high hopes at the start, but now I don't know how this is gonna go. Mashed potatoes are messed up, but hey, I think we got a good chance still.
Man, all that matters, you just gotta have confidence that it'll work out. You just gotta trust in yourself. All right, guys, just as we're wrapping up here, what's it looking like?
We just got the chicken out of the oven, so that's pretty good. And then we're just finishing up these potatoes and the green thing, yeah, whatever it's called. And then we're gonna finish it up and make sure we get it in time.
Yeah, gotta be ready to play it. All right, Secret Service. As we're wrapping up, how are we feeling?
You know, we're feeling pretty good. Our biggest challenge now is just plating. We're just trying to figure that one out.
Grace is
2
your
minutes.
go-to.
Don't see a lot of panic yet.
Minute and a half left, everybody. 90 seconds.
That's my thing.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I'm stealing your job, Tim.
All right, 1 minute left, chefs. Get ready to plate.
I'm having some flashbacks about Wings on Fire. Need a little da bomb on there.
Is it a nightmare or is it a?
If somebody sneaks some of that in here today, I'm going to be very upset.
Get some, yeah, let's
If they sneak some
I'm going home.
into my chicken with
Someone
tarragon.
sneaks it in.
All right. 10, 9, 8, 7,
They're still not
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands off.
Yeah! How's it feel?
Good job, everybody.
We're all gonna line up in front of this silver table, right here. All right, Team 1, what did you guys prepare?
We did the chicken with the leaves, and then we zested a lemon, put that on top of the chicken. We did the potatoes and the zucchini-looking thing, and then we put that together and cooked it. We boiled it first, so the potatoes should be softened, and then you're supposed to put the lemon kind of on the chicken. Or
Thank you. Ooh, I like the presentation. Take a look. What's it look like in there?
Looks like it's cooked thoroughly to me.
The potatoes are well seasoned.
the potatoes have a little bit of Italian seasoning on them and some salt. That's all we did.
Kept it simple.
And we put them in with the olive oil, and then I really think when we boiled them, it helped soften them. So, yeah, and then we crisp them up in a pan afterwards.
I love the lemon on the chicken. How about you guys?
The lemon was kind of a last-minute idea. We just kind of thought that would help complement our seasonings. We used a little bit of garlic, a little bit of black pepper, and just some other kind of basic chicken seasonings with that.
Well, in my eyes, that's a big risk, and it was a big reward.
It did, yeah. We kind of tasted it before, just because I'd never seen it before. Like I knew what rosemary and thyme, that kind of stuff were, like from steak, but never used tarragon before, and tasted it and decided to kind of pair it well with something that kind of covered it up, but not too overpowering, you know.
You balanced it really well. Nice job.
Yeah, I just really like I like seasoning.
Yeah.
The way it is, and I like all the seasoning on the chicken and potatoes. So I'm just a seasoning fan.
It's good. We didn't want to overpower it though, so just want to be able to taste all those flavors.
All right, Team 2, get ready to serve your dishes.
We made a honey glazed chicken and a creamy honey sauce with mashed potatoes.
All right.
Creamy honey chicken, honey sauce, and mashed potatoes.
I am very interested in the honey.
How did you make the sauce? What's in that?
The sauce is mostly just. There's gonna be honey, paprika, a little bit of sugar mixed with the zucchini.
Okay.
Ooh.
Wow.
So that's where you put the secret ingredient.
Yeah.
That was creative to put
Very
it in
well
the
played.
sauce. I can see now the chunks of cucuzza.
The honey and sugar.
I think the potatoes for me was a really bold choice. Making mashed potatoes in just that short amount of time, I think, is really, pushing it right to the limit. So maybe a little bit more time with those would have been better, but they've got great flavor. And I commend you for taking a risk with making such a bold choice that way with the potatoes.
All right, Team 3, what did we cook up?
So we made chicken and we put it in the oven to kind of like bake it up, and then we used that green stuff to butter baste inside of it, and then we cooked up the potatoes on the side with it, and then that other green thing, the I don't know what it's called. We also just cooked that up on the side for you to eat, and yeah, that's about it.
Now, look at your cucuzza. See how it is in the middle when it's kept like that? Do you see how it's kind of like webbed? Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. Bone in here.
Yeah, we decided to keep the bone because
yeah.
everyone else
Yeah.
took it off, so we wanted it to be special.
There you go.
We like bone in at my house too. Look at how it's a nice crisp on the skin.
Right into the middle.
Yeah, see where we're at. Now I do think this group took the longest, or was quick to put it on the pan fry. Must have known you knew to do that if you were keeping bone in, huh?
Yeah.
The way you seasoned it, that butter base and the herbs in the sauce made a really, really flavorful piece of chicken. I'm glad you did that. The vegetables, if I'm honest, are just a little bit under-seasoned. And they have potatoes, and then the cucuzza has a very earthy taste, and it's really important, I think, to get a good variety of flavors coming off of that. So don't think you've made any poor decisions with regard to how you chose to prepare it. Just a little bit under-seasoned that way. But the chicken, probably the best tasting chicken that I've had today. So.
I would agree on that. I think the chicken is great. I love the char of the skin on the chicken on mine specifically. I love the addition of the green pepper. I think that's cooked through. For me, and I'd love to know Mr. Thomas's perspective since he loves to eat raw potatoes, I do think the potatoes could have used a few more minutes, okay?
Yeah.
2 undercooked for me. I'm okay with it. So, but again, as I mentioned earlier, I'm big on seasonings. So I do agree with Mr. Johnson, a little more seasoning, but that's just me. You know, some people like seasoning, some people like a lot, some people not much. So it's just a personal preference on the potatoes. But yeah, the taste of the chicken is good.
Thank
Great
you,
job,
gentlemen.
guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, chefs. The judges have some tough decisions to make about what they've tasted here. So we're gonna have to ask you to leave the room while they make the decision.
Flip it over.
All right, so generally, how are we feeling about our 3 dishes?
You know, I thought all 3 groups did a really nice job of coming up with a game plan and executing it. The chicken was cooked well in all 3 cases. Didn't feel like we were in danger of any food poisoning or anything like that. So they clearly understand their cooking techniques, which was good. I thought the execution of a couple of the elements of the side dishes and the little add-ons by a couple of groups made their dishes stand out.
How did we feel about Team 2's potatoes? Because I kind of felt that was a bit of a problem point.
Yeah, again, I think it was a bold choice. They were the only ones that chose to go away from the norm and not just cut them and roast them. So I do appreciate that choice. They were seasoned well. They just needed a little more time to cook.
But I think the sauce of that group and the honey on the chicken made up for the mistake on the potatoes.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I suppose as far as it seems, Team 1 and Team 3 they went similar paths with the vegetables on the side and then cooking the chicken.
Yeah. I would have been okay eating any one of the dishes. I think sometimes this comes down to personal preference and personal taste. So I'd be remiss to not say I have, things that I like in when I eat food, what I want to taste, and so that definitely played into this. So in my mind, I know where I'm going, and I know which one I preferred, and that might be a little bit of a personal, taste preference.
And do you need a little more time to decide, or do you
No,
think
I know where
you've
I'm
made?
I think we should, we have to
Well-
decide together, right?
I think they average these up.
Do we?
Is that what happens?
Yeah, not the winner, but who needs
Yeah.
to be chopped.
Okay.
All right, we'll give you a little bit of time to decide. I know this is a hard decision. The judges had some very tough decisions to make, but one team has to be chopped, unfortunately. And that team is Team 3.
For us, it just came down to the vegetables and the side dishes. The crisp on the chicken was beautiful, and then we just needed a little bit more from those veggies as a supporting cast. You can cook in my kitchen any day, promise. Okay?
Team 3, you may exit the kitchen.
Thank you, chef. Thank you, chef.
Thank you, chefs.
Thank you, chef.
Judges, thanks for joining us. Teams 1 and 2, you've made it to the dessert round. For the audience, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.